And we begin tonight at 5 o'clock with breaking news.
A federal judge is ordering President Trump's administration to fully fund SNAP by tomorrow, saying it did, quote, nothing to ensure benefits would be delivered this week. This order comes days after the administration said it would partially fund SNAP using contingency funds.
There's a lot of back and forth here. The Agriculture Secretary said it would take several weeks to deliver partial payments. And here in Indiana, they were saying it would take time to recalculate them as well. So during the hearing today, the federal judge said, quote, the evidence shows that people will go hungry, that food pantries will be overburdened, and needless suffering will occur. And said the lapse in benefits was a problem that could and should have been avoided. We are also following some more breaking news tonight on the north side of Indianapolis.
Right now, one person is in the hospital after a shooting involving Fishers Police. And it actually happened in Indianapolis near the Psalm Golf Course at East 91st Street and Masters Road. That's on the northeast side. It's actually not far from the county line.
And it's really tucked right behind Castleton Square Mall there, north of there. And that's where we've joined Rich Nye live tonight, who's been on the scene gathering information for us. Rich, what have you learned?
Anne Marie and Felicia, I am standing on Masters Road just south of 91st Street. We're right next to the Psalm Golf Course, which is an Indianapolis public golf course. And Fishers Police tell us that this shooting happened when they were trying to serve an arrest warrant for a murder suspect. Now we're going to push in and show you the scene here because the cars involved are still here. You'll see a red car that has gone through the fence onto the golf course property. That is the suspect's vehicle. Fishers Police say this was a planned operation to take a murder suspect into custody. They used a device called the grappler, which would lasso and tether the suspect's car to a police vehicle. And we presume that that black pickup truck, which is also a police vehicle, you can see the flashing light in the windshield, is the car that had the grappler device on it. It's also up against the fence and was involved in this incident. Apparently, during the car being stopped or right after is when those shots were fired.
At this point, I can confirm that the suspect did fire shots. He was armed. We have recovered a firearm from his vehicle. We've also recovered shell casings in and around his vehicle that we believe came from his gun. We also have damage to one of the police vehicles that is consistent with gunfire. Thankfully, none of the officers were injured in this incident.
The suspect was taken to the hospital in critical condition at last report. That shooting happened just after 1 p.m. this afternoon. Back here live, again, you see that red car. That's the suspect's vehicle that went through the fence onto the golf course property. State police say the murder suspect is the man who was shot in this incident. They could not tell us anything about that murder case. And again, as you mentioned off the top, Anne Marie and Felicia, we are in Indianapolis. It's not clear whether Fishers Police tracked the car to this location or if there was some kind of chase involved to this location where the crash and shooting happened in Indianapolis.
All right. Thank you so much, Rich. And to reroute and avoid that area as the investigation's underway right now. It's on 91st Street near Masters Road, just east of the East 91st Street Christian Church. Rich, thanks. We'll check back at 6 o'clock. In the meantime, we will get to the other big story that we've been following today, impacting people here in Indianapolis and all across the country. Indianapolis Airport is officially one of the 40 airports across the country preparing for reduced air traffic.
Yeah, well, we'll share with you what we do know. All of this starts tomorrow morning. So here are the airports highlighted on this map. These are the ones that will be impacted.
These are the biggest airports across the country, including all the airports in New York, Atlanta, Chicago. President Trump's administration says it will cut air traffic by 10% at these places. It's the result of the government shutdown as well as staffing shortages before the shutdown even started.
And this comes with just weeks to go until one of the busiest travel seasons of the year.
And as we come into Thanksgiving, if we're still in the shutdown posture, it's going to be rough out there.
The Department of Transportation told airlines flight cuts will start at 4% tomorrow and gradually increase to 10% next week.
There understandably are a lot of concerned passengers here in Indianapolis and out at the airport tonight wondering about the impact.
Yes, that's why we sent our Brandon Schaff. He's been talking with them all day. He joins us live. Can you share what info you found out, Brandon?
Good evening, Felicia and Anne Marie. That's exactly right. Travelers are preparing here at the Indianapolis International Airport as officials confirmed that this airport is one of 40 that will see a reduction in the number of flights going out of here starting tomorrow. And this is important for all the travelers here. About 40,000 people flying through this airport daily, meaning that this could affect roughly 4,000 flyers each day. The Indianapolis Airport Authority saying that it's unclear if it'll be a 10% reduction in flights right away here on Friday, but the airport will do what it can to keep everyone safe and on schedule as much as possible. The goal of the flight reductions is to relieve pressure on air traffic controllers who are understaffed and haven't been paid since October 1st because of the government shutdown. I spoke with travelers here earlier, someone here for work and another here for the marathon this weekend. Well, they're both keeping an eye on their upcoming flights, hoping these reductions and the government shutdown come to an end.
I have another flight going out of Fort Lauderdale going to Baltimore on Tuesday, and I've already got requested to move my flight to a different time, to a different day, and giving you a little incentive to do that.
With Thanksgiving coming up in a few weeks and then Christmas shortly after, I mean, hopefully all this can kind of be taken care of.
And Indianapolis Airport Authority Vice President Steve Dillinger saying that they need enough people in these towers and at TSA to ensure that travelers are safe. Otherwise, they won't be able to fly. And when this begins tomorrow, he advises travelers to give themselves more time before their flight. He also says that some of the flights here could be canceled and other flights could be moved to other times of the day, perhaps when it's a little less busy here. And it is certainly starting to pick up here in the evening at the airport. Back to you, Felicia and Anne Marie.
All right, Brandon Schaff reporting live for us out at the airport tonight. So keep in mind, if your upcoming flight does get canceled, you do have options.
Yes, so of course we have Allison Gormley here to help us hold our hands and walk us through it. She covers what's the deal and what are airlines telling customers at this point?
Yeah, while this is pretty inconvenient for a lot of people, the good news is the airlines are being flexible. And for the most part, they're allowing all customers to temporarily cancel or reschedule their flights penalty-free. That means you do not need to have a canceled flight to take advantage of the flexibility. You can simply change your mind about the trip. Airlines who have confirmed this include American, United, Delta, Frontier, and Southwest. While most airlines did not mention an end to this period, Southwest did say it affects their travel through next Wednesday. Many airlines add they expect the vast majority of travel to be unaffected and that long-haul international travel will remain as scheduled. A reminder, anytime your flight is canceled or significantly delayed, you are entitled to a full refund according to the U.S. law. If I did not mention an airline that you happen to be flying, we'll do our best to update our web article under What's the Deal.
Okay, Allison, thank you so much for helping folks at home. And NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas is also looking into the flight reduction starting tomorrow.
Ryan Nobles will share the call from airline CEOs to reopen the government and want to know if you're preparing to fly soon. So that's coming up on the Nightly News at 6:30 here on Channel 13, right after 13 News at 6.
Well, it's a clear evening across central Indiana tonight.
And with this nice weather, you do have a chance to get out and enjoy the fall colors across the area. Look at this. I love a good drone shot. And boy, when the sun is hitting the yellow, it just really seems to vibrate more across the area. This is a video that we took earlier today. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, all the changing colors of the leaves. This is near Brookside Park on the near east side of Indy. You need the gold, but you need the other colors to help make the gold
contrast.
Yes.
That's right.
You need the red, you need it all,
orange.
Angela.
Yes. Oh, and the orange is so pretty right now too, Angela.
It is, and we still have some great weather to enjoy some of that fall color. Tomorrow, after a morning rain chance, we're back into some sunshine, and the early 2/3 of Saturday looks okay as well. You'll want to take advantage because there are some big changes coming our way. Had a little change today. We expected to be down around 10 degrees. We're down 8 in Indianapolis from this time yesterday, down 8 in Shelbyville. Colleyville, down 7 in Bloomington, and down 9 in Bedford. So instead of close to 70, we're close to 60 degrees right now. We do have mainly sunny skies across central Indiana. That will keep temperatures, well, with the clear skies, we're going to drop pretty quickly as we head into the evening hours. And that's something that we're going to keep an eye on. As far as those numbers go, we're expecting lows in the 40s. Morning rain chance tomorrow. I'll have that local timeline in a few minutes.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. And now to this developing tonight. We are now hearing from the family of a cleaning worker who was shot and killed outside a home in Whitestown yesterday.
They shared their story with Ella Rhodes.
The family of Maria Florindo Rios Perez is heartbroken and mourning the loss of their mom and wife. The family made it clear they want justice. On Monday morning, Whitestown police came to this home after they received a call for a possible home invasion. Police say they found Perez on the front porch of the home dead. Police say they later found out the woman never entered the home. They say Perez worked with the cleaning crew and went to the wrong address. Her husband, Mauricio Velasquez, says she was 32 years old. She leaves behind her husband and 4 children, as well as her family in Guatemala. She has only been in the U.S. for 2 years. Her husband describes her as hardworking, a wonderful mother, and life partner. The girls are also devastated. It is not easy to lose a mother. They know their mom is with God and won't come back. She left in the morning and never returned. They will never see her again. Whitestown police say this is an ongoing, active investigation. They plan to give us an update on the investigation sometime next week. In Indianapolis, Ella Rhodes, 13 News.
And tragic story there. A friend of the family tells 13 News community members are meeting tomorrow to discuss how to help the family.
Tonight, Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita says he's suing the Indianapolis Public Schools. The AG claims that district has policies and practices that, quote, frustrate federal immigration authorities. The lawsuit states the district, IPS, refused to hand a student over to ICE back in January. Rokita says the district has continued to defy the state's anti-sanctuary law since he issued them a warning back in February. He released a statement saying, quote, sanctuary policies are bad in any context, but they are especially troubling in our schools. We did reach out to IPS for a response to the lawsuit, and when we hear back, we'll let you know what they have to say about it.
More news ahead. A lawsuit filed over a shooting at a downtown lounge.
The reasons that one of the 3 men shot in the bar is now taking legal action. That's new at 5:30. But first, here at 5.
I just knew, I was coming into a great situation, so, I was running in circles in the house.
That is the Colts' newest player. That is Sauce Gardner, and he addresses the media here in Indianapolis for the first time since his trade.
How he's feeling about the move to Indy. Plus, making weight loss drugs more affordable.
The 2 popular meds at the center of a deal that President Trump just announced today. Ahead.